Alright, what is up, mi gente? Today's a gloomy day. Pretty good day. Just go out for a little drive. Just chill for a bit, cruise it. Right now, on my way to go get some stuff measured for custom side splitter and rear diffuser pieces where the fake grill is on the coupe. GoPro's hurting my head as always, but anyways, guys, topic of today's video on this POV drive is the top 5 modifications that I have done so far to the car that I love the most. Out of all the modifications that I have done, these are the top 5 that I highly recommend and that I love the most, specifically about my car, because these are the ones that I put on my car and it just made everything better for me. So I'm going to start off with number 1, and this is like the top 1 mod that I recommend to anyone with a 10th gen Civic Si Turbo. If you have the 1.5 engine, get this mod for sure, and it is an intake. An intake for sure will make you love the car more because of just the noise it makes. The whoosh sounds amazing. When you step on the gas and you shit, that thing sounds beast. I love it. It is so amazing. It is one of the mods that I was saving up for, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just get it. I got it right after the exhaust. I said, F it, I want this intake, and it is so beast. I love it. It is amazing. It just makes the car sound better. It kind of feels better too. Supposedly it adds a little horsepower. I have the PRL Cobra street version, not the race version. There's many other intakes out there. There's Mishimoto, there's what's it called, there's Engine, there's AEM, K&N, there's a whole bunch of other intakes. You know, you choose what you want, but I went with PRL because everybody literally recommends PRL. Or if you're scared of hydro locking, although I believe that shouldn't happen unless you really live in a place where flooded streets all the time, you could get the 271 intake, which is also great. Those are the 2 best options for our cars, the ones that provide the best fuel trims, and everything is perfect. I heard issues with the engine, I heard issues with the AEM, the K&N, I've heard issues with all those other ones, the Takeda, the AFE one. So I highly recommend PRL or 271. PRL for the window, because it sounds so beast when you step on the gas, man. It just goes, I love it, man. It feels amazing. Let's see if I could get a quick little clip for you guys right now, right here, of the intake. I don't know if you guys heard it, but yeah, it's pretty loud to me. I love it. It's beast. That's literally the top 1 recommended mod that I recommend to anybody. Everybody recommends it too, to anybody with the 1.5 liter turbo engine on the 10th generation Civic. Get the intake. And on the new 11th gens, I believe has the same engine, 1.5, get the intake. It is beast. Now the second thing that I love about the car that I've done to it is HONDATA, a tune. Whether you go K-tuner, HONDATA, any of that, I fucking love HONDATA Power Metric tune. You could get a custom tune, you could get an off-the-shelf tune. I have an off-the-shelf tune, Power Metric Stage 1 for my car. It feels beast. It woke it up. Car feels more responsive. It made it feel better. It's great. I love it. I love it, guys. I highly recommend, if you go with HONDATA, Power Metric. If you go with K-tuner, Fearable is great too. But they also recently put Fearable Stage 1.5R on HONDATA, and I might be checking it out soon. I just have to figure out some of the gas issues, because I believe the 1.5R is better with 93. I don't have 93, so that's a big issue for me, but we'll see how it is, guys. We'll see. But like I said, the tune is my second favorite thing that I've done to the car. That's one of the big mods that woke up the car, made it way better, and I freaking love it, man. It makes the car feel amazing, more responsive. You feel the power band, you feel it better, especially Power Metric. It pulls really hard. I believe on Power Metric I'm reaching 24 psi now, and stock turbo and then stock downpipe still, guys. I haven't gotten an upgraded downpipe yet, but the car feels amazing. It feels amazing. You guys can go check out their thing, Power Metric, HONDATA. You could go check out K-Tuner, Fearable. They're all great, they're all amazing, so you choose what you want. But for me specifically, I love the car being tuned on stage 1 Power Metric. It just feels amazing. And when I got the tune, I also felt like the intake got louder. That's also another thing. I'm not sure if that's really what's happening or all in my head, because you know, sometimes you put a modification on and they say, oh, maybe add just a little bit of power, but then in you feel a little bit, you're like, I think I feel it. Or maybe it's just all in your head because you recently put it on. That's the thing. So you guys tell me about that. But the tuning your car, definitely, that's a beast thing to do to your car. That's one of the best things to do. But if you're worried about it, then don't do it, guys. That's all I gotta say. Just don't do it. But if you want to do it, just do it. Try it out. Just don't go crazy and get a tune that you're gonna slip your clutch like a stage 2 and then E85 and all that stuff. I mean, some people run it like that, but I wouldn't risk it myself until I get an upgraded clutch first. So in case you guys are wondering what tunes I'm running, it is stage 1 Power Metric tune on 91, tuned for 91 gas, because that's what I put. I haven't even tried putting the 1 gallon in E85 yet. But yeah, that's the second thing I love about my car specifically that I've done to it. So now on to the third thing. The third thing is lowering springs. I myself went lowering springs because of the adaptive suspension control. You push the sport mode button and you get stiffened suspension up a bit, and then you also get steering response is better, and then also the throttle response is better. You don't gain horsepower, but the throttle response is better. But with the tune, it does give me some horsepower. See, that's the perks of the tune, is that when you do go into sport mode, it raises up the power a little bit more. So hell yeah on that part. But the springs also give the car a good ass stance to me. In my point of view, it's still raked a bit. The rear is a little higher than the front. So I do plan on eventually getting coilovers. I'm going with BC Racing. I will get those sometime by the end of this year. I don't know when, but I'll figure it out. And the car's gonna feel even better when I get those coilovers. The car's gonna feel amazing. It's gonna feel stiff, legit. And if I want to upgrade the springs, I'll do that. The only thing that's gonna happen is I'm gonna lose my adaptive suspension, but I'm gonna have stiffer suspension already all the time. So I mean, you know, you win. It's like you lose something, but you're gonna gain something, to me, in my eyes. Some people might not like that, but I do. I like riding on a stiff car because I feel it way better. I feel I could respond to it way better. I know what it's gonna do. So yeah, that is my thing. I'm gonna do that for sure. But springs, definitely, it made the car feel better. A lot of people say that springs blow out your struts, this is and that. Yeah, that happens, but over time, I've had my springs on since, I forgot how many miles I had the car for already. Probably like 8,000 miles. And now I'm at 22,700. Literally look at it right now, 22,700. So, and no issues so far. Car still feels great. I've even stiffened up the suspension even more with other components. And a lot of people say the springs, they mess up the shocks. They wouldn't risk it. Shocks are expensive for this car because of the adaptive suspension. Well, bro, once the shocks blow, just go get coilovers. That's how I think. Like, why would you just go get the same setup? Just go get coilovers, right? Just go get coilovers then, if they don't make shocks or struts for our cars with the adaptive suspension. Or if you're gonna go with the OEM Honda ones and you're gonna be paying as much as you're gonna be paying for a good quality set of coilovers, just go and get the coilovers, guys. Don't be wasting money on OEM. I mean, if you want to do that, go right ahead, you know. No, nothing wrong with that if you want to do that. But I'm just saying, I myself love the springs, and that's what I put on. That's what I wanted to put on. But like I said, I want it to be more leveled out. I want to be more stiffer, so I'm gonna get coilovers eventually. But yes, springs, but yeah, the detail lowering springs, that's the third thing I love about my car specifically, because it just makes it more aggressive. The drop is pretty good. It gives it an aggressive drop. I freaking love it, guys. I freaking love it. Do I scrape? Do I rub? No, I don't rub on my tires. I rarely ever scrape unless it's a super deep entrance or incline or steep the hill or something. I don't know, guys, but that's about it. But I do not rub on my wheels. I got 18 by 9.5 plus 35 all around, 235/40, little stretch, and it's perfect to me. A lot of people like the Meteor setup. If I went with a 255 or 260/45 or 255/40, I think I would rub, but I'm gonna stick with this. It's a little stretch, so it's perfect. So far, guys, the intake, beast as hell, especially PRL. The tune, hell yeah, shout out to Parametrics. And then the springs makes the car lower, gives it a little bit more better handling. You keep your adaptive suspensioning on the ones that have sport mode, and the adaptive suspensioning gives it a meaner stance, more aggressive stance. Hell yeah. And then the fourth thing is the FK8 shifter assembly with all the ACUITY stuff. If you guys haven't seen that video, basically for all these things, I've done videos on them. You guys should go check them out. I have a whole playlist on the car. You guys could check out all the installs I've done so far and everything I've done with the car. But yeah, the CTR, the 2020 shifter, not prior. It has to be 2020 because the 2020 shifter is shorter in level, in height, than the prior 2018-2019 FK8 shifter assembly. And you could get it from the dealership, Honda. I forgot how much it is, like 50-60 bucks or something, and it fits right onto this. And then I went ahead and bought the whole kit from Unity Performance. Shout out to Unity Performance. I bought the whole kit that came with the ACUITY base bushings, the ACUITY rocker arm, and then the centering spring. And it just makes this thing feel way better. Then I got the likewise shift knob, and it feels amazing, guys. Way better than OEM. There is no more crunch from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. There was always a weird crunch. And then I also got the ACUITY shifter cable linkage bushings that go inside the engine where the transmission is. So it's pretty beast to me. I highly recommend this modification to anybody. Like I said, these top things are the ones that I recommend to anybody because I did them to my car and they feel amazing, guys. Basically, these top 5, these are the top 5 modifications that I love that I did to the car. The ones that I love the most that I've done so far to the car, and they feel amazing, man. That intake though, that intake is loud and I freaking love it. But yeah, the shifter, it makes shifting way better. Downshifting is smoother, upshifting, it's all perfect. It is stiffer too, a little stiffer because of the ACUITY bushings and then the centering and then the rocker arm and all that. But it feels great, guys. It feels great, and it's shorter too, so it's kind of like a short shifter. I say this is like a street level thing if you want to do it. People like getting the full ACUITY shifter assembly, the full hybrid racing shifter assembly. You can go ahead and do that if you want, but to me, in my opinion, this is perfect for daily driver street use. Perfect. It is perfect for me, and that's why I'm saying that it is one of the mods that I love the most in the car. FK8 Type R shifter, the 2021 with all the ACUITY pieces. Hell yeah, go check out that install, guys. It's pretty simple and straightforward, just taking off all the center console, and yeah. And then the last thing that I love the most about this car, my car, is the MA Performance race exhaust. Not the street, not the quad, not the other one. I forgot what the other one is called. They have the street, the race. I forgot what the other one is called, but I have the race version. And let me tell you, first things first, when I installed it, whoa, I freaking love it, man. You hear the pop and crackles and gurgles, and it's just so amazing. Pair it with a downpipe, especially a catless one, and bro, it's gonna be amazing. I do not have a downpipe yet. Since I live in California, I'm waiting on PRL's new downpipe to get EPA and CARB approved, which they say it's pending. But how long will that take? I don't know. But yes, the exhaust system, MA Performance Race. Made a video on that too. Made a video on all these things. Like I said, guys, go check the videos out. Go check your boy out, man. Let's get to 1,000 subs. We're almost at 800, which is pretty beast to me. I never thought I'd make it to 800 subs, let alone 500 just last year. I was like, what the heck? But that's pretty dope. But yeah, the MA Performance Race exhaust, perfect for my liking. Not too loud, not too quiet. It's quiet when I want it to be. It's loud when I want it to be, which is perfect for me. That's exactly what I want when I was looking for an exhaust, and this one checks that off for me perfectly. And also it's 3-inch all the way, and I have the PRL front pipe now, which added a little bit more sound, a little bit more tone to it. And like I said, stock downpipe, and the car sounds great, sounds perfect. Sometimes the intake is louder than the exhaust, but that's perfect to me. That's freaking great. Like the car could be quiet and I just step on the gas and you hear the freaking intake more than a damn exhaust, and it's like, huh, that's funny. You know, you would think the exhaust would be louder, but for turbo cars to make the exhaust really loud, you need a downpipe, and that's what I'm gonna get soon. I just don't know when. Waiting on PRL. And shout out to PRL for the recent sponsorship, partial sponsorship, whatever it's called. I'm gonna be getting some more parts from them soon, looking at the turbo inlet pipe, that downpipe, and then anything else that I see they have for me. But yeah, guys, those are the top 5 things that I love about my car specifically. My car, it's my car. These are the top 5 things that I've done to it that I love the most. The top 5 mods that I love the most that I've done to the car, and it feels amazing. There's a lot of other parts, you know, you got lips, you got wheels, you got tires, you got the aero flap, you got the badges, you got intercooler, you got the front pipe, you got all these other things that I put on, HFP skirts. But these are the top 5 that I love the most about my car. I could make a top 10, but the top 5 are these right here. These are the top 5, and I almost put in a couple other parts. Had to choose a little, had them be like, which ones do I really love the most? You know, definitely intake, definitely the tune, definitely the shifter. But yeah, guys, I freaking love the way the car is. But yeah, like I said, watch my videos, check them all out. If you have any questions, let me know, because like I said, I'm at 22,700 miles. I know the car pretty well by now. I've owned it. It's going to be almost 2 years, and I've done all this so far to it. And yeah, and I'm gonna give you guys one last thing. The top cosmetic part modification that I bought for the car, the #1 cosmetic part that I love is the carbon fiber hood. Recently got it ceramic coated, and it looks amazing. It is beast, man. The carbon fiber hood, I highly recommend getting one if you can afford it, if you can get one even. They raised up in price and all this and that, but if you guys can get one, get one. It is beast. It makes the car look so freaking evil, and I love it. It's beast. Some people be like, why is this hood not colored the same as the rest of the car? But that's because they don't know, guys. They don't know what carbon fiber is. You know, you gotta teach them, be like, this is carbon fiber. It's just some expensive, high quality stuff right here. All right, but yeah, that's the #1 cosmetic I love about the car that I've done to it. So hell yeah, guys, there you go, 6 things. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment, leave any questions, send me DMs, anything. I always answer people when they DM me. I always help people out. I always send them the links to stuff. Use my discount codes for MA Performance, for Ultimate Motorsports, for Last Fit. You know, help me out, help you out. And hell yeah, guys, stay tuned for the next video. Hope you like these POVs where I just give a little chit chat about the carro. Hell yeah, fools. Peace out.
Now you can check the whip and peel. Damn, this nigga is ill. Gear shifting smooth as butter. Cut in and out of lanes undercover. Style, wow, my mirror, the rear view. You can never fly by, homie, I will see you. Mach 5, change terrains if need be. Thou shall never floor pass. I will the DID before you act on.